So, good morning. Good morning. Now, we in the previous topics, we started information technology. So, what we have completed? We have completed introduction to computers. So, we studied what is a computer, what do you mean by input output devices, etc. All the basic terms we have completed. After that, we have started chapter 3. Now, what is chapter 3? Chapter 3 is about telecommunication networks. Now, in these particular telecommunication networks, we completed basic definition of telecommunication network. So we completed the basic definition. Why do we require telecommunication networks? After that, we started what are the components? What are the components that are required in a telecommunication network? That also we are done. And also, we completed need and scope of telecommunication network. So these need and scope of telecommunication network is also called as advantages of telecommunication networks. Okay, and after this we started classification of telecommunication network. Okay, so in this particular classification, how many types we have? We have three types. First one is area based classification. So in this area based classification, we already studied. It is also further divided into three types. What is the first one? Local area network. What is the second one? Metropolitan area network. What is the third one? Wide area network. Okay. And after this, we started the second one, function based classification. Now, this function based classification is further divided into two types. First one is client server network, and second one is peer-to-peer network. So if you see function based classification, it is further divided into client server network and peer-to-peer network. And what's the third one? Third one is about ownership based classification. Now, this ownership based classification is further divided into three types. Okay, so what are the three types of ownership based classification? First one is a public network. Second one is a private network. And what's the third one? Third one is ownership, virtual private network. In ownership based classification, what's the third one? It's a virtual private network. Okay. So if you see classification of telecommunication networks are classified into three types. First one is area based classification. Area based classification is further divided into local area network, metropolitan area network, wide area network. Function based classification is further divided into client server network, peer-to-peer network. Ownership based classification is further divided into public network, private network, and virtual private network. Okay. Now we are done with what is a local area network. We are done with what is a metropolitan area network. We are done with what is a wide area network. Okay. Now we started function based classification in client server network. Okay, we started in function based classification. We started with client server network. In client server network, first one, we understood what is the definition of client server network. We understood what is the definition of client server network. Okay. Now in this particular topic, we understood what is a client server network. It's nothing but if a powerful computer is connected to a less powerful computer, it is called as a client server network. Okay. And we studied what is the basic definition of a client, basic definition of a server, and also we studied what are the different types of client we have. Okay. If you remember, what do you mean by thick client, what do you mean by thin client, what do you mean by hybrid client. Okay. So these are the three types of clients which we have already completed. Okay. And after that, we studied about in client server network. Okay, we have total 5 topics. Okay, so we are done with the first one, that is called as definition of client server network, and after that we have working of client server network. Second topic, what is the second topic? Second topic is about working of client server network. Okay, so we are done with what is a client server network. If you remember, we studied a server is nothing but an advanced computer which performs nothing but an authentication. What do you mean by authentication? Authentication is nothing but verifying whether the client is an authenticated user or not. Okay, and we studied about middleware and what are the services that are provided by middleware, etc. And we also studied the last layer is a client layer, which is nothing but an intelligent terminal. Okay, so all these particular topics we already completed. Now, the third topic in client server network is characteristics of client server network. Okay, so this is the third topic which we are going to study. Okay, so let us see, okay, what are the characteristics of client server network. Okay, so we are studying function based classification. In function based classification, we have 3 types. First one is area based, second one is function based, third one is ownership based. Okay, in function based we have it is also further divided into 2 types, client server network and peer to peer network. Okay, now in client server network, what is the third topic? Third topic is about characteristics of client server network. So how many characteristics we have? We have 5 characteristics. How many characteristics we have? We have 5 characteristics. Okay, what is the first characteristic? First characteristic is service. What is the second one? Second one is shared resources. What is the third one? Third one is mix and match. What is the fourth one? Fourth one is data integrity. And what is the last one? Last one is scalability. So we are studying characteristics of client server network. What is the first characteristic? First characteristic is service. What is the second characteristic? Second characteristic is shared resource. What is the third one? Third one is mix and match. What is the fourth one? Fourth one is data integrity. And what is the last one? Last one is scalability. Now let us see what is a service. A service is nothing but, if you see a client server network, now let us say this is a client server network. Now in client server network, you have a server and you have a client. Server and you have a client. Now we already studied always who has to send the request. Now it is the responsibility of the client. Always the request will be generated by the client. Now who will respond to this particular request? The response will be provided by server. Okay. So what do you mean by service? Service is nothing but in client server network you have service provider and service receiver. Now who is service provider? Service provider is always the server, and who is service receiver? Service receiver is always the client. Okay. So how you have to write in the exam? Okay, in one sentence. Okay. In client server network, you have a service provider and you have a service receiver. Service provider being the server and service receiver being the client. Okay. So this is the first characteristic. Okay. So we are done with the first one. What is the first characteristic? First characteristic is service. What is the second one? Second one is shared resources. Okay. What do you mean by shared resources? Shared resources is nothing but, now again, if I take a client server network, I can attach certain network resources. For example, I can take a printer, I can connect a printer to this particular server. Now what is this printer? Printer is nothing but a shared resource. Okay. Now whether multiple clients can access this printer simultaneously? Yes. Okay. Multiple clients can access the printer simultaneously. Okay. So what exactly is happening? Okay. Clients are sharing resources. Okay. How they are sharing? They are sharing simultaneously. That is called as shared resources. Simple. Okay. Multiple resources, multiple clients, I can say, can access network resources simultaneously. Okay, so that is called as shared resource. What do you mean by shared resource? Shared resource is nothing but multiple clients can access the network resources simultaneously. Okay, this is the second one. So what is the first one? First one is service. What do you mean by service? Service is nothing but a client server network should consist of service provider and service receiver. What is the second one? Second one is called as shared resources. What do you mean by shared resources? Multiple clients can access the network resources simultaneously. What is the third one? Third one is called as mix and match. Okay. So what do you mean by mix and match? Mix and match is nothing but, let us say you have a server. Again, this server consists of certain clients. Again, let us say you have 4 clients. Now, what do you mean by mix and match? It is nothing but, if you take this particular server, now let us say the server is from IBM company. So who is IBM? IBM is nothing but the manufacturer of this particular server. Okay. And let us say the client is from HP. So if you see, you have a server which is from a different manufacturer. You have a client, okay, which is from different manufacturer. Okay. Now let us say if client wants to communicate with the server, and if at all, let us assume client is asking what is, okay, 20 plus 30. Okay. Now this is the request which is sent to the server. Now what is the request? Request is nothing but 20 plus 30. What is the it's nothing but it's a basic addition. Okay, if you see, okay, now the server should not say you are from HP company, you are from different company, I will not communicate with you, or I will not talk with you, or I will not do your task. No, okay. Let it be from any manufacturer. Okay, the server has to complete the task which is assigned by the client. Okay, so that is the first one. Now again, let us say the server is having an operating system, Unix operating system, whereas the client are having an operating system, let us assume Windows operating system. Okay. Now here what exactly, you have different operating systems. Now when you have different operating systems, again, if at all a client wants to communicate with the server, okay, the server should not say you are from Windows operating system, I will not communicate with you. No. Okay. Now in basic one sentence, irrespective of hardware and software, the client server network should provide a communication. Okay. So what do you mean by mix and match? Mix and match is nothing but irrespective of the hardware and software, the client server network should communicate with each other. Or in other words, mix and match is nothing but client server network should be independent independent of hardware and software. Simple. Okay. So what do you mean by mix and match? Mix and match is nothing but client server network should be independent of hardware and software. Okay. So this is the third one. Okay. So what is the first one? First one is service. It is nothing but in client server network there should be a service provider and service receiver. Service provider being the server, service receiver being the client. What is the second characteristic? Shared resources. Multiple clients can access the network resources simultaneously. What is the third characteristic? Mix and match. What do you mean by mix and match? Client server network should be independent of hardware and software. Now let us go to the fourth characteristic. Fourth characteristic is data integrity. So what do you mean by data integrity? Again, let us take a server. Now again, let us assume we have certain clients. Let us say we have certain clients. Now, in data integrity concept, where exactly we maintain the data? In client server networks, always the data will be maintained on the server. Okay, always the data will be maintained on the server. It is nothing but a central location. Now, what is the advantage if I maintain the data at one location? Okay, so the advantage is maintenance of data becomes easy. So, maintenance of data becomes easy. Okay, so that is the advantage. Okay, now let us say if at all the server is having 100 clients. Okay, now these 100 clients, they will not maintain the data of its own. Okay, if at all they want to store the data, always, okay, the data will be stored on the server itself. Now what do you mean by maintenance of data? For example, let us say the client server network is having 100 clients. Now the data is scattered in the 100 clients. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to go to each and every client, you have to place the USB, you have to copy the data from each and every client. So how many times I have to copy the data? I have to copy the data 100 times. From each and every client I have to copy the data. Let us say if the entire data is on the server, that means we are storing the entire data at one location. Now what happens if at all I want to take the data out? Okay, how do I take the data? I'll go to that particular server, I'll place the USB drive and I can copy the entire data from the server itself. Okay, so that is called as data integrity. So what do you mean by data integrity? Storing the data at one location. However, this data integrity will change according to the context, but in this particular context, data integrity means always storing the data at one location. And the last one is called as scalability. So what do you mean by scalability? Scalability is nothing but, again, let us say you have a server. Now in this server, let us say already you have 3 clients. Okay. Now what I want to do, I want to add one more client. Okay. So I want to add one more client. I have added it. Okay. So I added a new client. Okay. Now once I add this particular client, what will happen? Okay. So what do you mean by scalability? It's a simple concept. Okay, adding and removing of clients should be easy. Okay, so what do you mean by scalability? Adding and removing of clients should be easy. Okay, now once I add, how much time I require? I require a fraction of a second to add a particular client. Okay. Now once I add it, okay, what happens? This particular new system also will be added, but the important thing is the performance should not be degraded. Okay, so that is called as scalability. So what do you mean by scalability? Adding and removing of clients should be easy. Okay, so these are 5 characteristics of client server network. Okay, so what is the first one? Service. What is the second one? Shared resources. What is the third one? Mix and match. What is the fourth one? Data integrity. And what is the last one? Scalability. Okay, so this is the third topic which we have to study. So we are studying, okay, so we are studying classification of telecommunication networks. In classification we are already done with area based classification. We are already done with okay, we started function based classification. In function based classification we already studied what is the definition of client server network. We studied, okay, what's the working of client server network, and we completed characteristics of client server network. Now let us go to the next topic. Okay, so issues of client server network. Okay, now let us see what are the issues which we have in client server network.